Yeah. You see, people take life to a different dimension. You understand me? But a Yahweh me seek and a Yahweh me serve, because Him are the God of Israel, which are the true living God. You understand me? He's 360 degrees of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So what more they want to know? You understand me? Praise Yahweh, and everything in your life are going to be all right. You understand me, my brother? Trust me, man. Listen, Yahweh, send me an angel today, cast all my sins away, as I kneel and pray. Yahweh, send me an angel today, cast all my sins away, as I kneel and pray. You got to be strong, no matter what goes on. Hold up your heads and time to move on. It's not easy. Life is not easy. No matter what they do, they will laugh and talk with you, then turn around and try to hurt you. It's not easy. Life is not easy. Yahweh, send me an angel today, cast all my sins away, as I kneel and pray. Yahweh, send me an angel today, cast all my sins away, as I kneel and pray, as I kneel and pray. Cast all my sins away, as I kneel and pray. Yahweh, send me an angel today, cast all my sins away, as I kneel and pray. I am not ashamed to praise my Father's name. Put Major Riley in the Hall of Fame is not easy. Life is not easy. cast all my sins away, as I kneel and pray. Yahweh, send me an angel today, cast all my sins away, as I kneel and pray. As I kneel and pray.
Oh, Father, each day I pray you guide my way. And lead me not into temptation. Please deliver me, Yahweh. Ooh, yeah. Let me be strong in your word. Let your truth be heard. But you're my strength and my shield. The sound of your voice makes the universe yield. Oh, yeah. I said Yahweh's here on his throne to lead his children safely home. Glory. Glory, hallelujah, yeah. Wherever you lead me, Father, I will follow. Let my roots grow deep, and not shallow. Yeah. Yahweh is here. Oh, Israel, have no fear. Don't you know that summer is nigh? And he said, on eagle wings we'll fly. Yahweh's here on his throne to lead his children safely home. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yahweh's here on his throne to lead his children safely home. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yeah. Yahweh's here on his throne to lead his children safely home. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yahweh's here to lead his children home, and that's glory.
The Nation of Yahweh presents The Unfolding Light. Today's show is brought to you by Builders of the Highway Foundation, Yahweh Life Center, Neo Jazz School of Music, Yahweh Education Centers, and the Temple of Brothers and Sisters of Goodwill. And now for your host, Dr. Lud Yisrael.
Boker Tov and Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to the Nation of Yahweh's weekly teleconference, The Unfolding Light. I am your host, Dr. Lud, along with my illustrious co-host, Sister Tamar. Boker Tov, sister.
Boker Tov, Shabbat Shalom, family.
Well, praise Yahweh. It is a great day. It's a great day to know Yahweh. It's a great day to be in Yahweh's presence. It's the great day to be in Yahweh's grace. Praise Yahweh. Today on Unfolding Light, we'll have Who is Yahweh by the Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Directly after that, we'll have a keynote message from the master teacher, the founder of the Nation of Yahweh. And directly after that, we'll have the part where we all take part in unfolding the light, and we call it Power Talk. And now for our prayer. If we will all stand and face the east with outstretched hands, O Yahweh, God of our salvation, save us, gather us together, and deliver us from this heathen, so that we may give thanks to thy holy name and glory in thy praises. Blessed be the holy name of Yahweh and Yisrael forever. O Yahweh, let them be confounded that persecute us, but let not us be confounded. Let our enemies be dismayed, but let not us be dismayed. Bring upon our enemies the day of evil, and destroy them with double destruction. O Yahweh, forgive our fathers for breaking your laws, and please forgive us for breaking your laws. Help us to never bring shame upon thy great name, nor reproach against thy works. For surely we have turned ourselves to thee, O Yahweh, trying to be upright. And as we confess our faults, please grant us protection against all of our faults. Cleanse us of our secret faults, and guide us to the best of morals. For surely our prayers and our sacrifices, our lives and our deaths, are all for thee, O Yahweh. Tefillah. Avenu Shabbat Shemayim, Yikadesh Shemeaka, Tavo Malkuteraka, Yad Zerizonka, Kim Bashamayim Kain Ba'aretz, and Lekam Kukenu, Tain Lanu Hayom, Uslat Lanu, All Kartienu, Kimosa Sol King, Gamanatnu, Lakotiem Lanu, Veal Tevienu, Lade Nisayom, King Kal Senu, Min Hara, Kilaka, Hamamlaha, Veha Givera, Veha Tefieret, Leolame, Olamin Sila. We thank thee, O Yahweh, O living and eternal King, who has so mercifully restored our souls within us. So let everything that has breath praise Yahweh.
Remember that this is the morning of the third day, and I shall rise again. I am the resurrection. All of prophecy tells you that I shall rise again. It's all about that. Luke chapter 2, verse 34. No doubt about it. Again, I love you forever, bless you forever. I remind you once again, my associates are children of the light. That just brings laughter to my heart, to my soul, to realize that at last I have those of you that love peace. And I only want to be in the presence of those of you that love peace. I love you forever. Shalom Aleichem.
Praise Yahweh. So who is Yahweh? Yahweh is a name that you should know, because it's the duty of the Son of God to proclaim his Father's name. And here you have a whole bunch of people going to church, 400,000 churches, and they don't know the name of the Father. They say such silly things like, Father, God, help me. Both of them titles. Father is a title, God is a title. Who's going to answer to that? The purpose of the coming of the Son is to reveal the name of the Father. That's who he prayed to, our Father, and he called his name. He said, hallowed be, holy be thy name. How can it be holy to you and you don't know it? Interesting, isn't it? There are a lot more interesting questions than that about that situation. But when you begin to read your Bible, as I call this to your attention, you will discover from the Old Testament of Genesis all the way through Revelations, it's all about the name of the Father. It's all about his name. But somebody got you calling some other kind of name other than the Father's name. And you don't know his name. And unless you learn his name, then you're never going to move from poverty to riches. And if you don't come into the knowledge of his name. Haven't you ever wondered why it is that you have the same God, have the same churches, and the same names that white people have? I mean, have you noticed? You do. Our people have the same, right? Isn't it strange how God always answers white people's prayers? And black folks' prayers don't seem to be the same magnitude. You know, you say, well, I get my prayers answered. Well, why don't you ever get answered to be the ruler? I mean, you know, my people are always on their knees in front of white people asking white people to let them be accepted. Why do you need to ask white people for acceptance? Why don't you just ask God? Doesn't your God have enough power to make you accepted? Why can't you be the people that everybody else wants to be among? Why are you always running after somebody else to be among them? What's wrong with your God? Why do you have to go around always on your knees with your hat in your hand begging for a job from white people? Why don't your God just give you some jobs? Oh, I have to ask you some serious questions because white people move from poverty to riches every day. Huh? They come from Russia. They come from Europe. They come from England. They come from all over the world with nothing on the ship. Come and get in your neighborhood. Come with a buggy and a basket and a wagon and push it around in your neighborhood and move from poverty to riches out of your pocket. You live in the neighborhood and stay poor and just pray all the time. You prayed enough to rule all the world. So who is Yahweh? Yahweh is the God of the Bible. He's the God of the Hebrews. In the beginning, Yahweh created the heavens and the earth. Yahweh is the man that beat up on Pharaoh. Y'all remember how he put plagues in Egypt? That was Yahweh did that. Yahweh is the one that when Pharaoh got real sassy, he drowned him in the Red Sea. That's Yahweh who did it. Yahweh is the man that when Daniel refused to bow down to another nation and quit facing the east and praying, when he refused to stop praying to his God, which was Yahweh, they said, well, we're going to put you in the lion's den and starve them. Threw him in the lion's den. Yahweh locked the jaws of the lion. Lions could do him no harm. Rulers got scared. Came and got Daniel out and made him a ruler. Right? I just want you to know who Yahweh is. He made the sun, the moon, the stars, all what you see and haven't seen. Okay. So who is Yahweh Ben Yahweh? I am his son. I am his son. That's who I am. I am the son of Yahweh. I don't care who else is the son or who else is. It makes me no difference. I'm not here tonight concerning myself with who is the son of who. I'm the son of Yahweh. I have to tell you who I am. Yahweh is my father. I am his son. What makes me his son? What makes me Yahweh's son is I do not have a will outside of his. I have no thoughts, no ideas, and no program outside of Yahweh. You'll find that all that I ever do, all that I've ever done, and all that I'm ever going to do is found right in the Bible, and it's traced right to his will. No exception. I take no credit for all that I have built. It's all in his name. Yahweh. That's one of the things that make me his son. Also, I have no difference in his word. I only speak his words. Even the words I've spoken to you thus far, the principles of those words are all in the Bible. Every single one of them is found in the Bible. No exceptions. So I walk as he says walk. I talk as he says talk. I act as he says act. I do whatever he says do. I have no idea of doing it any other way. Those are the things that makes me his son. I obey his laws, his statutes, his judgments, his commandments. That's why I'm successful. He said in his holy word that if I obey his laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments, that he would make everything, all the works of my hand would prosper. So all the works of my hands, it's prospering. I'm telling you why. Now, what about you? You might say, well, if you're the son of Yahweh, can I be? Of course you can. Of course you can be the sons of Yahweh. Every one of you can be. Every one of you can be the daughters of Yahweh. All you have to do is like I do. Obey his will, just like I do. You automatically become. You believe on his name, then you have eternal life. There's no other name under heaven that you can be saved in other than God who created it. You can't be saved in no name but the name of the one who created everything. And he gave his son a name higher than all the angels in heaven. What's the name higher than all the names that the angels could possibly have? The Father's name. There can be no name higher than the Creator's. So the son has to come in his father's name. Just like if your name is Davis, then your father was named Davis. If your name is Smith, your father's name was Smith. My name is Yahweh, so my father's name is Yahweh. That's logical.
Know and rest your mind assured. Our eyes have seen his works before. And until my last days, 'tis Yahweh I will praise. Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. I certainly like to thank the most honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh for coming to us and teaching us who is Yahweh as no one else ever could do. Praise Yahweh. Also, I want to thank the most honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh for teaching us our true history, which used to be the world's best kept secret. Praise Yahweh. And now, a brief bio on the master teacher, the founder of the nation of Yahweh, the most honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Yahweh Ben Yahweh came to Miami, Florida alone in 1979 to become the spiritual leader and founder of the nation of Yahweh. Although he took a vow of poverty that same year, within 7 years, he guided the nation and those who followed his teachings and principles to amass an economic empire in the greater Miami area and throughout the United States worth over $250 million. Under his direction, the nation of Yahweh has grown to encompass disciples, followers, believers, and supporters in thousands of cities across the United States of America and indeed throughout the four corners of the earth. The University of Yahweh, for which he has established the curriculum and for which he has received great acclaim in educational excellence, currently has locations across the United States. The moral teachings of Yahweh Ben Yahweh is bringing about a change in the lives of individuals and causing them to take a different approach to life. This approach is based on the scripture which reads, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." Yahweh Ben Yahweh continues to give. That which he is given cannot be measured in monetary wealth. Yahweh Ben Yahweh is giving the world the keys to success in life politically, educationally, economically, socially, and spiritually. And now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Grand Master of the Celestial Lodge, the architect of the universe, the blessed and only potentate, the founder of the nation of Yahweh. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
I'm building my kingdom with you who voluntarily receive me. Behold, I stand at your door and I knock. Some of you are sitting back in there, got your door all locked up, hollering out, "Who is it?" I don't mind telling you, Yahweh Ben Yahweh. And I'm calling out and saying, there's a terrible storm, it's a severe storm headed your way. And it's called the fall of Satan. And this is the time of Jacob's trouble. I'm not trying to take what another man did in the past from among us. There's been many great men rise up and do great works among us, but I have not come to take over nothing no other man did and try to put it back together again. Humpty Dumpty fell from the wall. All the king's men couldn't put it back together again. I have no need to try to do such. It's a busted egg. I'm the one with the power to create a new bird with a new egg. That's who I am. Praise Yahweh. Men have created many nations. Wonderful. Wonderful. I have no problem with that. So the world can't have a problem with me building the nation of Yahweh. And it just makes me more powerful than all the other men put together. That's all. Because they have built nations that have come and gone. I'm building the nation of Yahweh which shall last forever and shall rule the earth forever, shall rule the universe, shall rule the galaxy, shall be intergalactic rulers. That's what I'm building. I'm building a unique people, and of course that raises the question in some's mind, well, if your body disappeared, Yahweh Ben Yahweh, what will happen to your work? I'm setting up heaven that is written shall never be destroyed. I'm setting the structure of heaven. I've already set it. That's why those who know understand that I am the Grand Master, architect of the universe. What I build can't be destroyed. Praise Yahweh. I'm teaching us to live by the law of Yahweh. Some of you understand. I said I'm teaching us to live by the law of Yahweh. And when you live by the law of Yahweh, your house shall never fall. Your house shall go on forever. You'll always be adding new citizens to my house, the increase of my government. And nobody can sit in my seat. You can sit in the seat I create for you. But you can't sit in my seat. I'm the one that possessed 360 degrees of knowledge. You have trouble trying to master one of mine. Lots of trouble. You make excuses and find other things to do instead of master just one of my degrees. And one of the biggest tricks in the world is to go to the public colleges and universities thinking that you get a degree. It may be a degree, but it's not one of mine. You get a very inferior product because they tell you up front, if you're conscious, the best you can ever get is a bachelor's degree. You can never get more than one degree from any university. That's all you can get. After you get the bachelor's degree, they tell you you can master it. They call it the mastery of that degree. It's not 2 degrees. It's just another step up, they say, of the mastery of that degree, the bachelor. And it's really BS. You know what BS is. So you become the master of BS. The BS degree. They have those degrees, right? Yeah, right. Some call it Bachelor of Science. And then you have a doctorate degree, they say. What does that mean? You become a philosopher of that which you are supposed to have mastered in the first place. And your PhD is just some more of that same stuff. pH, pile higher and leave up. And they just pay you more money to spread that stuff around. It's not very good fertilizer because you have never been able to use it to free yourself, become self-sufficient, independent, to gain power, wealth, and to raise our people to become productive citizens of America like all other immigrants who come to this country. With all of your degrees, you're unable to do it. You're unable to accomplish it because what you need is the right degree. You need the degree that comes from the Creator. That's the degree that I come with. Divine degree from government de jure. What a blessing it is to wake up and become conscious of the tricks we're in. So I've already set the case for you to understand that it wouldn't make any difference if my body disappeared tonight. I've already made you rich. I've already set the laws in motion. I've already set your house where you live in motion. It can't be wiped out. You can't fight what you can't see. All you can do is see my government increase like it's written here. It's increasing by the day. As we sit in this building, in every city in this country, I'm increasing right now. How many are a witness that I'm gaining? See, it's a whole house. Y'all look around. See how many are witnesses? Well, I'm gaining. Oh, yeah, I'm gaining. I'm gaining. You come doubting, and you come like the Queen of Sheba. She come with hard questions. She said, my goodness, the half wasn't told to me. I had no idea Yahweh Ben Yahweh was like this. So you come with doubt and you leave with confidence that Yahweh really is God. I'm this child that is born. Think about that. Born. And the government is going to be up on my shoulders. And then I have a name that's unusual. Wonderful. My name is Wonderful. And I'll let people see that I'm wonderful, just like my name. I'm a wonderful person. I am. I'm the wonderful one. And when you experience me, you'll say, ooh, Yahweh Ben Yahweh is wonderful. And I'm the counselor. There's no problem that you can have that I can't give you divine counsel. So that all who come to me, you get peace and rest in your minds from whatever your problem is in life, because I'm able to counsel you in any area of life. Also, it tells you my name is the mighty God. Think about it. A child becomes the mighty God. And at the same time becomes the Prince of Peace. How many admit the world needs peace? Then the world needs the Prince of Peace. You want to have peace on earth? Then come and join hands with me. That's all. And follow the precepts that I espouse. Follow the precepts that I teach. You'll have peace as an individual. Then you will begin to have peace as a family. And as a result, you'll have peace in the community, peace in the city, peace in the county, peace in the state, peace in the country, peace in the world. That's what I am. I come with the total solution to all of the world's problems. Absolute solution. I don't come discussing crime. I come with the solution to criminality. I come with the solution to crime. I don't discuss drugs and all about how it's a problem. I've reduced it. It's gone. It doesn't exist here. People that have ever had anything to do with drugs is free from it in here. You can't follow me and be on drugs. That's right. It's impossible. You just can't be. You can't follow me and be an alcoholic. It's impossible. Totally. That's the solution, isn't it? When you make it impossible, that's the solution. We don't shoot each other. Ambulance will not be coming in here tonight Like they do out there. Outside of this building, away from here, you know how we are. Saturday night, just got paid yesterday. We're gonna cut somebody tonight. We are definitely gonna blow somebody away. Is that my people? Not here. Obviously, I have a solution. You hear no profanity here. You can't curse and follow me. It's impossible. It's just impossible. You can't steal and follow me. So you can lay your pocketbook down in here. It'll be here. If you leave it, you come back, and everything you have in it will be in it. Thieves can't stay here. Just can't stay here. They don't like me. The thieves don't like me. Wow, I don't like that. He won't let me steal. No, I cause people to give it up and to become honest. Liars don't like it here. You can't stay. A liar just can't stay here. They hang. They try to hang. They try, but they end up leaving. Isn't it beautiful to find that there's a perfect society somewhere on earth? I'm developing this kind of society in every city. The only kind of men that can come to me are honorable men. Men who desire to be honorable and upright and rectitudinal, straightforward and honest and good, peace lovers. Only kind of men that can come to me. Used to be different. I had a wide open door policy. Anybody could just come, and then I found out I got taught real well that it's best not to take scavengers, the abominable shrimp, crawdads, and all those kind of folk in here. Leave those wormy, snaky people alone. I set up a beautiful screening process. They can't come to me now. I shut my door so wicked and crazy and stupid people just can't come up in here to me. You can put on some stuff, look right, but if you're not mine, I will identify you as not mine. You can be mine and then do the opposite of what I teach. That's impossible too. Here I am as the Prince of Peace on the earth, full of war, rumors of war, destruction on every side. I come to you first, I come to America, I come to the world saying, if you want peace, join hands with me. It's not going to do you any good to join hands with your other government de factos. Join hands with me. And I'm bringing peace upon the earth. It's not a promise, something in the distant future. I've established peace where I am. And I have a circle, an ever-growing and widening circle of peace around me. So if you want peace, join hands with me. And I'll show you how to have an earth full of nothing but peace. And regardless of what goes on in verse 7, it tells you my government is going to increase, and the peace that I bring is going to increase without end. Without end. And let's go to Daniel 2:44 and get that substantiated. Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. Read.
And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
That's the kingdom that I'm building. The kingdom that I'm building is going to consume all other kingdoms and break all other kingdoms in pieces. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to break every government on earth in pieces and consume them all by myself. Just consume them. That's it. There won't be any more. The only thing that I'm going to allow to exist on my earth is what I build. It's mine. Man didn't create it, I created man. Put him up on my earth. And you think I'm going to let man run it like he wants to? It's not his to run like he wants to. I'm going to run it like I want to. Then I have nerve to come get on the earth that I made. And then come and take up residence and have nerve to be born among the most powerful people on earth. And then stand up without a weapon formed by the hands of man and tell the most powerful government on earth, you're going to have to move over, give up your watch. I'm here to set new time in motion. Got to give it up. Nothing you can do about it. And you don't need a gun for this one. No, 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 no. Earthquakes do real well. Tornadoes do a wonderful job. Hurricanes are furious. Volcanoes are devastating. Lightning strikes are awesome, I know. It tears up your computers and your phone bills. That's when you know, see, even insurance companies, they will insure against everything but Yahweh. They'll insure everything you can think of but against Yahweh. They say, well, we can't handle acts of God. I'm talking about the man that's the creator of all things. I'm his son. I'm speaking in his stead. I'm speaking what he says. So when you hear me say, I am going to consume them, that's Yahweh talking. Don't you know who's talking? I have 144,000 men coming to me who understand everything I'm saying. I'm not worried about those who don't understand. Those who don't understand, I'll let the 144,000 teach them. I know who to teach. Now, let me bring something else on home. With Feast of Tabernacles, it's all about the power that I have. And I will bless them that bless me. And I will curse those that curse me. And you who come and join hands with me and become my followers, supporters, my friends, believers, and disciples, I will bless every one of you. And all the nations of the earth that bless you will be blessed. And if anybody on the earth curse you, they will be cursed. Because it is only through you who return to your Father, Yahweh, the Creator, that will cause all the families of the earth to be blessed. It is in you, the children of Yahweh, that all the nations of the earth are to be blessed. That's why I'm come. I come to you, you need me first. You need me most. Because you're the most downtrodden people on earth. Everybody knows it. But nobody has a key to help you get out of your morass. The abyss of hell. No one has been able to raise you up and raise you out of it but me.
Know and rest your mind assured. Our eyes have seen his works before. And until my last days, 'tis Yahweh I will praise. Yahweh.
Wow. Praise Yahweh. That's certainly like to thank Yahweh Ben Yahweh. So that's message. This is what me personally I needed because the most honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh is activating royal priesthood. And so these words is moving my spirit to action.
Yes. Praise Yahweh.
It is truly time, family, for us to pull it together, and increase and build this. Yahweh Ben Yahweh demonstrated, he took it away. He said, y'all have to build it. Now, who are the true believers in Yahweh? Who are the true disciples of Yahweh Ben Yahweh? Who are the true children of Yahweh? It's time to stand up and stand together as we build what we've been commanded to build. It ain't about saving myself and saving my, it's about doing what I'm told. I'm an obedient son of Yahweh. So when Yahweh come in the flesh and tell me to do something, that's what we must do. We got a lot to talk about, family. And of course, we will do our best to unfold the light in Power Talk.
Indeed, we will.
And now a word from our sponsors. Shalom Aleichem, family. This YouTube channel needs your help. As you know, good works in this world will never be monetized. So I'm asking that the supporters, followers, true believers, and disciples of Yahweh to help this channel to continue to publish the good works and the fame of the Most High, Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. How much do you love Yahweh? Put your money where your heart is and be blessed. And now, your video. Rescuing our future since 2004. From beginner to advanced. From melodies to mastery. From practice to performance. Neo Jazz School of Music, creating space for young people to express and to grow. Now with 2 locations, New Orleans and Miami. Enroll today at neojazz.org.
What do all these people have in common besides a beautiful smile, healthy teeth, and gums? They all use Zadi toothpaste. Zadi toothpaste is made with all natural ingredients. Zadi toothpaste is fortified with moringa and baking soda. Zadi toothpaste is suds-free, making it an excellent choice for kids. All natural, fortified, and suds-free. Get yours today at noystore.com. To enjoy perfect rest. To enjoy perfect sleep. To enjoy perfect peace. Primordial vibration. Subscribe today.
Praises unto Yahweh and Yahweh Ben Yahweh. From the nation of Yahweh.
YahwehRadio.com.
So glad I'm with Yahweh.
YahwehRadio.com.
Step on into
YahwehRadio.com.
let nobody turn me away from Yahweh.
YahwehRadio.com.
Yahweh Ben Yahweh is a great God and a great King above
YahwehRadio.com.
You they worthy. It's truly God. Yeah.
Yahweh Virtual University has completed its beta phase. We are so thankful to Yahweh for all of our supporters because we could not have done it without you. We are excited to say that our beta phase was a true success. Those that participated in our beta testing enjoyed self-paced and interactive learning online, live online classes with our YVU teachers, assistance with structuring and setting up their homeschool. Our students had so much fun learning with their classmates, and they enjoyed daily homework and so much more. During our beta phase, we gathered useful information and feedback from all of you. According to the needs of our children and our nation as a whole, we received a large amount of requests for online learning to support children between the ages of 8 and 15, as well as online classes for parents and adults. We at Yahweh Virtual University heard you loud and clear. In order to provide these much needed requests, and because we are a small team, we have paused our online classes for now and are back in our building phase. Again, we are truly thankful to all of our supporters, and we want you to know that we are taking this duty to rescue our future very seriously. Please visit our website for more updates and be blessed. Praise Yahweh forever.
Praise Yahweh, and we are back. As you noticed, our commercials are longer and longer because there's more things going on. Our family got the message. Our family understands that we have to get together, come together, and find our counterparts. We got to get together and build for our future, for our children. There's nobody building for us. Yahweh came in the flesh and he demonstrated what we are to do. He didn't say he was going to do it for us. That's just a fact. He didn't say, I'm going to build this for you, but see, he's built New Jerusalem for us. Now we have to endure to the end of this wicked world. And he came and demonstrated how we supposed to do that. He put us on a mission to build an ever increasing nation of the Most High Yahweh. And the increase of his government shall never end. That means it's always increasing. So all nations that govern themselves eventually, somewhere in the future, will be governed by the nation of Yahweh. That's a fact. Now, we've been tasked with building the physical nation of Yahweh.
Wow. Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
That's our mission.
Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. You know, he is the master teacher, and this message is just so inspirational. And just being able to receive that as our truth, that Yahweh Ben Yahweh is here to bring about that everlasting government. And we play a part in that government. And today's scripture formula that Yahweh Ben Yahweh laid out for us is just, wow. Let's just read it. He started with Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. Then he gave us Isaiah chapter 9, verse 7. Then Daniel chapter 2, 44. So I'm going to read them in that order. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Isaiah 9, 7. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end.
And peace.
And peace, there shall be no end. Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts will perform this. Daniel chapter 2, 44. And in the days of these kings shall Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Wow. Now we talking about a formula, a prophecy, what's really happening. This is what's, Yahweh came and established that government. It's the word. That's why Yahweh Ben Yahweh said, don't concentrate on his flesh. He brought us the word. The word in the beginning was Yahweh, and the word in the end is Yahweh. The word became flesh and dwelled among us and gave us that word. When Yahweh left us, he left us with this word. It's the same word. It's the word of creation. It's the word that he created the nation of Yahweh. It is the word that we have to fulfill our part in this divine formula.
And it's so beautiful how he laid this out today, because he told us today that I'm not here to build what no other man has built. He's the one with the power to create a new bird with a new egg. So imagine that. Imagine that. And the parable in this is a new man with a new mind and a new offspring.
And we see which one came first, right?
A new man.
The chicken or the egg? Come on now, that's stupid. We know what came first. Creation. Yahweh created a new bird with a new egg. And like she was saying, the allegory is he created a new man out of us with a new plan of procreation.
And basically the way we achieve this is understand that Yahweh has come to teach us to live by the law of Yahweh. So the words of Yahweh Ben Yahweh are here to fulfill us into this prophecy of being those that are bringing about the peace upon the earth. We're looking for it, and the answer has been us the whole time. We have to learn how to live by the law of Yahweh. And when we do that, our house shall never fall.
Well, and there's a lot of practical things that is a part of what we're talking about. Practical things like, you just don't give your money to Satan. You just don't support the things that Satan is doing because it's fun to you, or because you like it, or because it's entertaining, or any of that nature. And we have a big job to purge that out of ourselves, because it's not like there's any one of us that have accomplished that. I don't do none of that stuff. No, we have to actively study and practice and know what we're doing. First of all, if we know a product is poison to ourselves, then it's easy to abstain from that poison because it's harmful to ourselves. But we have to also focus on this company have poisonous, detrimental practices to our people. And so I'm not going to support it by buying one of its products that's unrelated. See, that's how Satan gets you. He's the tree of good and evil. He gets you to, hey, we're doing some good over here, support this. But what you really supporting is the evil that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to exercise that study to show ourselves approved to Yahweh, that we're not going to support Satan, but we will support that which is building Yahweh's kingdom. Now that's where we got to just focus on supporting that which is building Yahweh's kingdom. That's just like everybody under the sound of my voice today, sometime today, go to YouTube and subscribe to Yahweh Radio YouTube channel, because it's going to have small clips of Yahweh Ben Yahweh teaching and the disciples of Yahweh Ben Yahweh teaching. So it's just another part of we supporting things that is promoting that peace, that message of peace all over the world. Eventually things will grow bigger and it will consume all nations, but it requires us to support these things.
Praise Yahweh.
And see, it's a test, because we may be a small number. Well, no, we're not as small as we may think we are, because Yahweh said an exceedingly great army he has.
Indeed.
So when this exceedingly great army stand up and do something, then we can see, whoa, wait a minute. We have thousands of people that subscribe to that YouTube channel the other day. You mean to tell me there's thousands of us out there? If we share, like, subscribe, and share, and do all the things that the wicked people do when you're doing this little, this little dance that the little children can do so good, and next thing you know, or Baby Shark is do every millions of people like it, subscribe, and share, to where those people made millions of dollars off of some little children's.
And what you're describing is that power, what we tend to not connect to as a people, and this is a reality for us, is when we talk about what it means to consume something, we have to understand the a mental impact this really is on us as a people. Right now, our people are consumed. We are caught up in a sickness based off consumerism. And we have to have this knowledge. And when we study the truth of Yahweh, the laws of Yahweh, it comes to our minds, it comes to our understanding, it comes to our knowledge, so that we can actually live in opposition to that. We will consume. So meaning that we actually have a different role to play in this scenario that's happening. Right now, we have been consumed by the things of this world, but our people have power when we learn to live by the laws of Yahweh. We change our abilities and our relationship with consumerism. We become producers. We restore ourselves to our original capacity of production. And that's what the laws of Yahweh's feast are about, is understanding that we are creators, just like our Father. He said in this message that he has the power to create the bird. So if we are his children, we come to a new understanding that if we want to control the media, we want to control the narrative, we create it. and we support those things that in our alignment with us creating our own media platforms.
And that's the key, because when you think about it, let's just break it down to some of the things that you support. When you go to social media and you click like, or you click subscribe, or you thumbs up, or whatever it is, there's things for you to do. There's prompts for you to do. If you're entertained by this clip, this picture, this video, this saying, and we talking about across all of the social medias, you're prompted to say, hey, I like this. That like, when millions of people like it, then that person begins to be able to wield that influence to do greater works.
Mm-hmm.
But to you, it was just a click of a button. But we have to be mindful that let's seek out things of what is building the kingdom of Yahweh, what is building Yahweh's nation,
the
government of Yahweh, and support that with the same thing.
It shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms. When we are restored to our abilities, able to produce, and the law of the Feast of Tabernacles, Passover, Feast of Weeks, all of our feasts are symbols of us being restored to our original way. We are the producers. We're the ones that are controlling the resources for righteousness' sake.
And all we have to do is turn our resources, our individual resources, inwardly into the collective, to where we collectively support as the children of Yahweh, the unconscious children of Yahweh. We collectively support the Korean hair industry. We collectively support their wealth by buying hair from them. We collectively support the NBA and the NFL and all of these particular teams because we wear their merchandise all the time. We promote them all the time. There's so many different things that we collectively as a people support to billion-dollar industries because of our haphazardly support. We love athletic gear and to wear the teams and the different things. And that means that they're making billions of dollars off of our dollars. And there's no return to our community whatsoever from us doing that.
They making millions of dollars off the zeal of Yahweh.
Billions off the zeal.
Billions. And so
that zeal should be for Yahweh, not for the team.
So with that, we must understand that we are that zeal. We understand that our collective power in the knowledge of Yahweh puts us in a greater seat, the seat that Yahweh chose for us. It is now that time.
Absolutely. And we're going to open up the call in 1 minute. But I do want to say this before we get there. It's like, that brother, I think his name is Lou, that be coming on and saying that the YouTube channel is asking for the true believers, the disciples, the followers and the supporters to support something. Well, where are you? Do you truly love Yahweh? Put your money where your heart is, where your mind is, where your salvation is. That seemed like a no-brainer. Put your money where your salvation is. Your salvation is in the word. The word has to spread all over the earth. And it takes your support, your help to do that. Did we not help Yahweh Ben Yahweh and pass out literature? Now all we got to do is like and subscribe and share. It's a lot easier to share a video than it is to walk out and go door to door and passing out flyers and this, that, and the other. But it's the same concept, just over a broader spectrum, the four winds. That's what is all about. Media is about the four winds. And now he gave us some social media to where we can spread this stuff like a wildfire. Praise Yahweh.
And we were able to share the visual output of our feast, this Feast of Tabernacles, So it was beautiful being able to connect to our family across those channels.
And you can still go see it now. If you wanted to dip out and go look at it now, it's available for you because that's what it's all about.
And
it
is time for Power Talk. Family, if you are on our Zoom, if you are dialed in, all you have to do is press *6. And if you are on the app, I think you know what to do. And press that mic and make it green.
Make it green.
That's it.
Well, going back to Yahweh Ben Yahweh giving us the mission to increase on his foundation. He built the nation. He established the nation of Yahweh. The nation of Yahweh has never gone anywhere since the establishment. It's still here. And children, true believers in Yahweh Ben Yahweh are continuing the works of Yahweh Ben Yahweh. And we're continuing on the foundation that he built. We're not trying to build our own foundation. That's impossible for us to build our own foundation when we didn't know Yahweh until Yahweh Ben Yahweh appeared. So now all we can do is build on his foundation. Now we want to go build a different foundation, a different thing. We want to change the names and change the characters and all of that kind of stuff. Well, go ahead, go do you some fiction. You know, they do it all the time in Hollywood. But for us to continue the works of Yahweh Ben Yahweh, which he passed his energy on to us. I was sitting there and I listened to his voice when he said, his divine energy is given to us to complete his works. It's when he was in the tomb. He knew that his duty here on this plane was coming to an end. And he had did all of his work, has finished his work, and now he's passing that energy on to us to bring his works to a triumphant conclusion. That's what he said in the royal priesthood. And so when you think about that, you know that he gave us a divine mission to accomplish. Praise Yahweh. We do have a call.
Yes, sir. Call with the line unmuted. You are now live on Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
Caller, are you there? We got you unmuted. Shalom.
All right. Well, while he's making, or he or she is making up their minds or getting themselves together, just want to go on with that thought process. Now, do you have that mission? Are you going to take on the mission? Are you go, it's like Mission Impossible. You given a mission, here's the folder, but you have to accept the mission. Yahweh is not going to just slap you on the head and say, do what I tell you to do. That's the case, we would never have been in this scenario at all. Slap Adam on the head and say, boy, don't touch her. She ain't to be your wife. She your helpmeet. He would have prevented Satan from deceiving the whole world. Call, are you there? We're hearing a little bit of
something, but we can barely hear you. So we're going to mute you and unmute yourself again and see if we can get you on, because we can't hear you.
Praise Yahweh. And so when we think about these things, it's all about, all right, do you accept this mission that may seem impossible? The lowest group on the planet to build the kingdom of Yahweh and rule the planet in the end. It seems like an impossible mission. Mission impossible. No, it's not.
It's prophesied to be done.
It is. We've already won. It's just which one of us gonna stand up and do it.
Praise Yahweh.
We do have another caller. Caller with your line unmuted. You are now live on Power Talk.
Welcome to Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Can you hear me, family?
Yes,
we
ma'am.
Can, coming through real clear. Praise Yahweh.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
Toto, thank you. This is Sister Shatula from Nashville, and I wanted to say that of all the teachings that our Father does, when he talks about being able to solve all problems. That just is so exciting to hear, because all of us came to this mission, or we were drawn to it because of the various things that we want to see change, we want to solve. I'm especially concerned with our future, our children. All of us are concerned with everything, the madness of our people incarcerated, the foolishness of our behavior, it's period. I mean, if we have a way to solve all of these things, isn't that the ultimate in leverage? And that's what we want to take advantage of. And I thank Yahweh every day for sending our Father with an example. And we have to redouble our efforts to implement what he talked about. There's no free ride. There's no shortcut. We have to do that. And lastly, I want to say, I really appreciate all the work of the saints who put on our feast, Brother Amon and the believers in Riviera Beach. This is no small feat to produce anything live, and it takes a lot of effort. And I just want them to know how much we love them for that. And I also want to thank all the saints that arrived, that attended. It takes a lot of money in this white man's individualistic world for us to attend things, even not only the cost, but things that we put aside, our business customers or side hustles or whatever. And this shows that we're growing because we want to keep the law by attending. And Yahweh is going to bless us to where we improve our mindset and thus our income, and we can do more and then be able to contribute more to our kingdom. I'm going to make a pledge to start doing something monthly myself this month, because, we can have our own resources, our own buildings, like you all talked about, where we don't go to a feast and give all this money to the devil. And I know Yahweh Ben Yahweh hated that. And we have to start where we are, and we can do that. So Toda for letting me share, and peace and love to all the saints.
Praise Yahweh. I thank Yahweh for your message, your words, for what you
Beautiful testimony and
testified.
experience. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
And that's right. We got to keep exhibiting the law of Yahweh, our commitment to the law of Yahweh, and understanding the spirit of that law, and knowing that it's now time for us to produce. We have to produce. When Sister lifted out, we need our own. That is the absolute truth. It is time.
And that requires us to sacrifice. We need to sacrifice some of the things that we're doing that cost money that we don't need to do, or we don't have to do. That's like if you eat that fourth meal that they try to get you to eat on the commercials and stuff. Fourth meal, well, let's sacrifice fourth meal, and all of that money that I put on that fourth meal, I put into something to deal with the nation of Yahweh, something that's going on with the nation of Yahweh, even that third meal.
I want to applaud our sister Shatula for the commitment.
Absolutely. Praise
making
Yahweh.
A monthly contribution some kind of way. Praise Yahweh.
We need all of our family to do that. Praise Yahweh.
We have a caller with their hand raised. Brother Yabba Hashem, if you can unmute yourself, you'll be live on Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk, my brother.
Shalom, brothers and sisters, and I want to tell y'all that this is a great class, and not just that. This is wonderful to hear my brethrens and my sisters, man. I want to tell you that every time I try to tell them about, they always, you know how us as folks we always complain about stuff and don't have a solution to it. Gentrification. Oh, we got a problem with that. Okay, what are you doing to combat that? Crime. What are you doing to combat that? See, the thing is, you're right that you can't do nothing with Yahweh without Yahweh, right? I understand they got people that's agnostic. However, you still There's no solution without Yahweh. And every time I try to tell them about, they say, oh, we don't have no money for this. We don't have no money for that. But I said, but it's okay for you to buy Jordans and all these other materialistic things, and we can put our money together. Oh, I need my Nikes. That's what I hear. You know, when you say, oh, you got to get rid of this, you got to get rid of that. Oh, you know what they're going to say? I need my Nikes. I need those Jordans because they're so used to materialistic things. They're not used to divinity. And that's the thing, you know. And I'm glad that we came into a collective to where we can focus on what we need to do instead of trying to, you know, look up to the government for solutions, and you know how that work out. Praise Yahweh.
Yes, sir, my brother. We know how that works out. And I thank Yahweh for your comment. I thank Yahweh for your loyalty and your support and for being a brother, the brother that you are. See, you know, it doesn't require us to be millionaires to pool resources. It don't require us to have these big 6-7 figure jobs to pool resources, because the reality of it is none of us have that. But what we have is enough. We just had to put it together.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Praise Yahweh.
And I do believe we had a caller trying to chime in. Caller with your line unmuted. You are now live on Power Talk.
Bye, Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom, family. Praise Yahweh Ben Yahweh. This is Sister Yochebed from Georgia. And we just had the Feast of Tabernacles, wonderful feast. I loved it. I think our Father was so magnificent, and everyone that participated did a wonderful job. And I know it's very important that the world understands how important the Feast of Tabernacles is, because the scripture says that one day the world is going to have to give tribute to our Father Yahweh in order for their very survival of even receiving rain. So family, here is a poem called Feast of Tabernacles, a Must. Yahweh gave us the law, and yet you persist to be in awe of the chaotic condition you endure, stubbornly turning your back on his order. Yahweh told you Feast of Tabernacles is a must, to have rain and no plagues in the land you lust. Holiness unto the Lord Yahweh for 7 days. So little for peace and prosperity you have to pay. Yahweh is the creator of all things. You owe him your life, so merciful he is. Yet judgment day is near. I encourage you to hear. Such a simple demand, God Yahweh, who gave you all. Yet you serve other gods made of brick, stone, and oil. As your wicked deeds preferred in man's law, so swift destruction to the disobedient will fall. Keep the Feast of Tabernacles, all nations, it's a requirement. Long life and peace is still your development. So choose you this day whom you will serve. In Yahweh, you will create the future you deserve. Praise Yahweh, family. Thank you for letting me serve and share with the world. Shalom, shalom. Love you all.
Praise Yahweh. I thank Yahweh for sharing those words. Because, you know, if we are to have something, anything, we have to build it. All these other nations that will come up and learn of Yahweh, they built their nations. A lot of those nations, I would even go on to say the majority of those nations, the wealthy ones that is, were built off your back. Literally, the wealthy nations now, you know, they came over here and built their wealth off of your back, selling you hair, selling you sodas and poison in the little convenience stores and gas stations. You know, a lot of nations got rich off your pennies. You say you ain't got no money. You know, I know your poverty, but you rich. You done made so many nations rich. I mean, when you got an industry that is $1 billion industry and you the only one consume that stuff. You the only one buy that stuff. Can you see how you have been spending billions of dollars giving it away to somebody else that you could be using to build your own country?
Mm-hmm.
We do have another call.
Caller with your well, we're gonna ask you to get your line unmuted. You are now live on Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom, Boker Tov. Am I heard okay?
You are heard very well, sis.
Praise Yahweh. The tape that was played this morning is right on time. There is, I'm sure everyone heard the war that's going on in Israel, and Yahweh has some classes on why that is, and this is one of them. Until we come into leadership, like true leadership, leading the entire world, governing the entire world, government de jure, this is going to happen. And it's going to happen all over the world. And it's going to be a breaking point where it's just going to be so terrible that we're just going to have to step in for our sake, for Yahweh's name's sake. We have to step up. And this past tabernacle was so wonderful to see us come into the community and do work for Yahweh. There were some new faces. There was a lot of people that I invited to come to the feast who actually tuned in online, who had some positive feedback. It was great to see the laborers of Yahweh. It was a lot of work, and we were smiling and happy while we were doing it, because there's a different satisfaction when you're working for Yahweh and not working for somebody who's slaving you away on your job for pennies and nickels. It was just beautiful. And in listening to this tape, it just lets you know how much work we really have to do. And we have to be ready. We have to be willing. No games. We gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta put things down, take a step back, and really look and see what it is that you're doing for Yahweh and what you could be doing for Yahweh. Because it's a lot of work we gotta do. And everybody is needed when it comes to building the kingdom of righteousness, the kingdom of shalom. And I just tape it sounded like he was talking to me. It sounded like we was sitting down and he was having a conversation with Sister Kagi, telling me what's up and what I gotta do. So I'm happy to hear it. It's right on time. Told our family. And I'm just looking forward to working more for Yahweh. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. Is
Praise
no
Yahweh.
better voice to hear than the Lord, our God Yahweh, in the flesh, give us a direct message of what there's no ambiguity in that.
Yes, indeed.
He told us what we're supposed to do. Now, will you do it?
Indeed. And I want to thank everyone who made the feast be successful and all those who participated and attended, because it's all about us understanding the words of our Father Yahweh. You know, he give us direct information and how we're supposed to show up and do the work.
Absolutely. And there's, a lot of people that work behind the scenes tirelessly, to make things happen.
Yes, sir.
Those are what they call the unsung heroes, the ones who actually make it happen. You never see them or you never hear them, but that's just how it goes. There's a lot of people working in the quarry. They digging all day long. They working hard 365 days a year on publishing the name of Yahweh. And you may not see, you see the results, but you may not see the hard work. Well,
That's
just
the zeal.
understand that hard work is the zeal.
Yes, sir.
Of Yahweh that's building. When you building a foundation, first you got to dig down into the ground. And when you dig down in the ground, a lot of people don't see you digging. They don't see you laying the rebar and the wire and the metal that's gonna hold the concrete together forever. They don't see you mixing and pouring the concrete. And that's just for the foundation. That's a whole lot of work. But see, Yahweh Ben Yahweh laid the foundation. It's time for us to build on that foundation. And see, individually building on that foundation, we'll have, meager success because it's individually. The formula is for us to come with numbers, that exceedingly great army to stand up. And if we all focus our revenue streams toward the right areas, like we eliminate all of the fluff, and every dime that fluff goes to a project that's going on in the nation of Yahweh. The fluff, like going to fast food restaurants or going out to eat when you got food at home. You didn't have to go out. I just didn't feel like cooking. Those kind of things. If we could be conscious and say, nope, the money I was about to spend, I'm going to donate to a project that's going on with the nation of Yahweh. You'll see how we'll grow so fast because we don't be conscious that we do that on a daily basis all the time. Maybe several times a day, we put some money into something that we just don't need.
Yes,
Praise
sir.
Yahweh.
Yes, sir. And it's about us having that understanding of, what are the things that are taking us away from being in alignment with the laws of Yahweh. And it takes us knowing that, having that understanding, and knowing that we're investing in fast food and other consumerism practices are causing us harm.
Well,
and realizing that, and having a clear understanding that what Yahweh Ben Yahweh brought us in this message today was some other levels of understanding. And I want to offer a thought in this, that, in going around and understanding what people are trying to achieve in building shared business practices, cooperatives, the secret sauce is how they govern themselves. The secret sauce in how we work together is how we govern ourselves. And Yahweh's message today told us that the government shall be upon his shoulder. And there's a piece in here about how the government of Yahweh is needed to be ordered and established. The kingdom shall be with the judgment. And so our practices, family, of being able to govern ourselves accordingly to the laws of Yahweh is a critical factor in us being able to be at one with the mind of Yahweh.
Good.
That work is us understanding that so that we can make the right choices in where we invest our dollars.
And I'm glad she brought us to that point of a choice to invest your dollar. I have a challenge for everybody listening to the sound of my voice live and who will listen to this in the playback and anytime else. Now the nation of Yahweh has developed a toothpaste. Everybody use toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
Now I challenge you to never buy toothpaste from anybody else in your life ever again. Buy it from the nation of Yahweh. We want the nation of Yahweh to grow, buy these products that we come out with so that that particular business can grow to provide more products, produce more commerce for the nation of Yahweh.
And it's also very beautiful that we're coming back to this production thing, because our feasts are a symbol of us being able to do what Yahweh has commanded to us. And we're able to yield from the works of our hands, our production, our labor, our capacity, our ability to create. Those are important elements. And our reality is we must understand that someone has seen that and has used that as a means to keep us in slavery. And so now our reality is we now know that our production, the laws of the feast of Yahweh, are about us understanding and returning to Yahweh the works of our hands. we're returning to the enemy of Yahweh the works of our hands. We must now reflect on that and return to Yahweh from the works from our hands.
In other words, our hands work for Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
Our hands stop working for the enemy of Yahweh, the enemy of us, the enemy of our whole existence. We are working for the enemy to destroy us. We're funding the enemy destroying us. Think about it, how tyrannical the government is now. The government was never made to oppress the people, but of course the government in this country has always oppressed the children of Yahweh. Now it just didn't spread it to where it oppressed everybody. But see, it says those who lead in captivity shall go in captivity. All these systems that was put in place to oppress us is now oppressing everybody in the country. And indeed, all those so-called Western countries, Canada, Britain, and all those Western countries, those same systems that they tested on the children of Yahweh in this country are deployed all over the world to oppress everybody. So we see scriptures being fulfilled. And we are coming to the end of this episode. Sister Samai, I want to say, did you have any final thoughts before we move to ending this episode?
Well, I thank Yahweh for everyone who participated in this shared study of the mind of Yahweh Ben Yahweh, and invite those who are willing to open up and share in this light in our studies of Yahweh, that we can share in an understanding and be one and know where we're coming from as brothers and sisters in Yahweh Ben Yahweh. We are here to study the mind of Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. And before we close out, I want to remind everybody to go over to YouTube and search out Yahweh Radio YouTube channel, which will have the best short videos of Yahweh. So when you don't have much time, but you want to get you some word in, you can put it on and get you a short clip, and it will motivate you throughout your day. Of course, subscribe to YahwehRadio.com to listen 24 hours a day to Yahweh's message and his heavenly word and heavenly music. And yeah, support all of the sponsors of Unfolding Light, and indeed all of the people around the world who are doing Yahweh's work. In the name of Yahweh Ben Yahweh, support them. Praise Yahweh. And yeah, that's the end of this episode. That brings us to the end of this episode of the Unfolding Light. Please join us next week for another episode of the Unfolding Light. And now, if everybody will stand and face the east with outstretched hand, as we close out this episode with a prayer, the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Tefillah. Avenu Shabbat Shemayim, Yikadesh Shemeaka, Tavo Malkuteraka, Yad Zerizonka, Kim Vashemayim Kain Ba'aretz, Et Lekum Kukenu, Tain Lanu Hayom, Uslat Lanu, All Kartienu, Kimosasol King, Gamanatnu, Lakotiam Lanu, Veal Tevienu, Lade Nisayon, King Kal Senu, Min Hara, Kilaka, Hamamlaha, Veha Givera, Veha Tefieret, Leolame, Olamin Sila. We thank thee, O Yahweh, O living and eternal King, who has so mercifully restored our souls within us. So let everything that has breath praise Yahweh. And always remember, Yahweh loves you, Yahweh Ben Yahweh loves you, and so does the nation of Yahweh. Shabbat Shalom, family.
Thank you for joining the Unfolding Light, presented by the Nation of Yahweh. If you have any comments or questions, please email us at info at thenationofyhwh.com. Follow us online at thenationofyahweh.com, theunfoldinglight.com, and at yahwehbenyahweh.biz. Get social with us. Follow the Nation of Yahweh on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, do remember to pay Yahweh and yourselves first and don't touch it, as instructed by the Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh. You can send your tithes, donations, and offerings to the Nation of Yahweh at P.O. Box 555-115, Orlando, Florida 32855. And be blessed continually, according to Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. Praise Yahweh. Shalom, shalom.
Stop your crying. Stop your crying. It's gonna be alright. Stop your lying, children. It's gonna be alright. Stop worrying. That's this wording going on. It's gonna be alright, man. Can't you see? Yahweh Ben Yahweh is here now. Well, he's a man with a wonderful, wonderful life. You'll be praying all night long. Well, cause you see, you don't know if you're gonna get up in the morning now and lose your home. Well, cause you see, I got all these children going on, and I don't want them to starve. And that's why you got to go and bow down to somebody who ain't God. A man on your job. Well, yeah. The mighty God is here now. The Son. I'm talking about the Son, Yahweh Ben Yahweh. So you can quit all this foolishness and going on, because we living in a brand new day. Well, stop your moaning. It's gonna be alright. Stop your groaning, children. It's gonna be alright. Stop your crying. You don't have to have no more kids. But you see, Yahweh when Yahweh came, right about on this time, to shorten our years. Well, stop your begging. It's time to do your part. And quit being lazy, my children. That it's time to stop. Stop doing what you want to do. Start doing the things you're supposed to do. Get up off of your knees and be so good. Study real hard, because he said you know you could. Well, be the way he wants you to be, because he said he know you can. He want all the sisters to join together and be woman, and all the brothers to be man. And I know that everything